never imagined your brother would have sided with the Abyss. Well, keep your chin up. Paimon believes in both of you. And when the going gets tough, the tough get going. Right? He said we needed to reach the end of our journey. Paimon bets and we won't find out what this journey is or where it will end unless we keep going. Don't mention it, partner. Travel buddies are Although, where should we go next? If we want to... Oh, you mean the god that took your brother away? You're right. After all, everything that followed, all this confusion? Yeah, Paimon bets she's the key to... Well, we've ruled out 2 gods so far, the Animo and Geo Archons. So, Paimon doesn't think we can simply walk into Inazuma. Why don't we ask someone from Inazuma how to gain entrance? Oh, Paimon's thought of someone... Let's see what she has to say. Blade.
Oh. Hello. I mean, is there anything I can help you with?
We wanted to ask, how do we get into Inazuma?
Oh, so that's why you're here. Well, there is a way.
Great! We came to the right person!
But the chance of success is incredibly small.
Huh. Incredibly small? Then how did you get out of Inazuma in the first place?
It was in leaving Inazuma that I found out just how dangerous this method truly was. All I had to rely on was a little wooden raft that I'd put together myself. There was a storm raging ahead of me, and my pursuers were close on my tail. After I'd escaped their clutches, I floated on the open ocean for I don't know how many days. My rations and fresh water supply soon ran out, and I remember getting to the point where I was sure I'd reached the end. But, to my surprise, my journey didn't end there. That's right. I escaped by the skin of my teeth. The fact that I'm even alive to tell the tale must be a sign that the gods were watching over me.
What a horrible journey! And you set off knowing how dangerous it was? Why?
Well, because everything is just too restrictive over there. The atmosphere is so stifling. The Kanjo Commission subjects everyone leaving or entering the nation to a protracted approval process, and I felt like I didn't belong there.
Kanjo Commission? What's that?
Along with the other two commissions, they oversee everything in Inazuma. We usually collectively refer to them as the Tri-Commission. I suppose they're equivalent to the 8 trades under the Liyue Qixing. One of the obligations of the Kanjo Commission is to conduct rigorous identity checks on all individuals leaving or entering Inazuma. All non-nationals are processed centrally on Rito upon arrival. Meanwhile, the Tenryo Commission is responsible for implementing the recently promulgated Vision Hunt Decree. They act like the executive arm of the Raiden Shogun's rule, loyal, yet unfeeling. It doesn't feel good to speak ill of my home like this, but after spending so long under that oppressive atmosphere, I begin to lose all hope for the future. What I mean to say is, unless you have an extremely compelling reason to go to Inazuma, you should abandon your plans of trying to get there. You should know that the sea around Inazuma is engulfed in a perpetual tempest of wind and rain. Supposing you survived that, you would still need to get past the samurai guards that enforce the Sakoku Decree, the closed nation policy of Inazuma. And even if you did manage to find a way, you'd still have to produce the necessary documentation at the Rito Center for processing Outlanders. Otherwise, you'd be kicked out immediately.
Seems like they really don't want anyone setting foot in Inazuma, huh?
They only set that up as a port to guarantee a supply of goods and information to the island. Most Outlanders would be unable to acquire the documentation needed. But if you really are set on going, there is one thing you could try.
The raft idea sounds a little on the dangerous side. Plus, Paimon would definitely get seasick.
That's not what I meant. You could ask someone from the Crux fleet if they have some way of getting you to Inazuma. They're well known in Liyue. Voyaging far and wide has made them a well-traveled group with a wide range of experiences. They may just know how to break through the storm.
But it's an armed fleet, right? Why would they agree to a request like this?
That part is up to you. If you're able to persuade their captain, Beidou, then the hardest part will be out of the way. The Alcor is the flagship of the Crux fleet. I heard that it's currently anchored by Guyunstone Forest on a
Then there's no time to lose. Let's go.
Time for retribution!
Fourth, my blade. The wind knows me. One with my blade. Fourth, my blade. I cannot underestimate my enemy. A touch of frost. Wind strike. Into the wind.
I'll protect us.
Swift and merciful. A touch of frost.
Go, Barbara, go!
Time to go. One with nature. The wind knows me. Stay focused. Clouds high. The birds call. One with nature. That hurts! This is the end. Swift and merciful.
Let's dance. Oh, hi. Ouchie. Oh.
One with my blade. Spirit blade. Attack. Fourth, my blade.
show begin? I'll protect us.
I wonder what's going on up there.
Who have we got here? Wait, I know you. You're that Ningguang told me about you. A traveler of great insight and remarkable skill has saved Liyue. She's a hard one to please, so praise from her is high praise indeed. I remember thinking at the time that it'd be good to meet you in person. Judging by the clothes on your back and this floating thing, I guess that time has come.
Hey! The name's not Floating Thing! It's Paimon!
Paimon? What a fascinating being. You two give off not only the essence of wind and earth, but also of... yes, the stars.
Huh? The fragrance of what now? That's the weirdest compliment Paimon's ever heard.
Pay it no heed. I mean only to say I am certain that it is by fate, not chance alone, that we...
You're not far off, but they go by a different name in Inazuma. This young man is Kaidahara Kazuha, a temporary addition to my crew for reasons I won't bore you with. Occasionally he opens his mouth and flowers come out instead of words.
With this fine ship and the soft sea breeze, would it not be romantically irresponsible of me not to acknowledge it with a line or two of poetry?
Well, I can't argue with that. Okay then. Once the clash is underway, I'll give you a chance to perform.
Only if the mood takes me, of course. Poetry for poetry's sake tends to lack meaning.
Hey, you don't want to pass this opportunity up too easily, especially seeing as our great hero here might be in attendance.
Oh, wait a minute. What's the clash? Also, just to clarify, by great hero, do you mean...
Huh? I thought you might be here to sign up. You're telling me you've never even heard of it? The Crux Clash is a martial arts tournament that I hold. There'll be a whole bunch of folks taking part to showcase their talents. There are two important rules. 1, competitors must be renowned fighters. We want those with real martial arts ability, not just people taking part for the fun of it. So, you've got nothing to worry about there. I don't think there's anyone out there who hasn't heard of you. 2, you can't take part if you've got a vision. Otherwise, things get a little one-sided. You must be feeling confident, but you might want to watch out. There are a few crouching tigers and hidden dragons lurking around in Liyue. And with Liyue's savior taking part in the tournament, now that's gonna turn a few heads. I think we can expect a healthy turnout this time.
But we didn't come here to take part in a martial arts tournament.
Well, before you dismiss the idea completely, you might be interested to hear that the prize this time round is particularly sought after. Get this. It's a masterless vision.
Supplied by myself, as a matter of fact. If the tournament champion can reawaken that vision, it belongs to them.
Is there really such thing as a masterless vision?
When a vision bearer dies, the light in their vision will fade away. But the shell that housed that light remains. As for whether this shell has any practical application, well, this remains to be seen. But my intuition tells me that while it remains in the world, it may just be possible for someone else to inherit it.
Yep, and the way I see it, a vision is a badge of recognition from the gods. So if anyone's able to rekindle it, it's gotta be an individual of exceptional strength and talent. Organizing the clash is my way of uncovering hidden talents, and hopefully this time, getting a vision to glow again. So if you don't have a vision, this is the perfect opportunity to get your hands on one of your very own.
Yeah, we're interested in getting to Inazuma, not fighting in some tournament.
Inazuma? You want to go there?
Well, why didn't you say so? Inazuma? No sweat. In that case, if you win the tournament, I'll give you a choice. Masterless Vision, or a ticket to Inazuma aboard the Alcor. Up to you.
You just want her to take part in your tournament!
What's wrong with that? The more—
What are we gonna do? Looks like we pretty much have—
Great.
It seems like it will...
Time to go.
Before we sign up, let's see who the other competitors are. Beto said that they had to be renowned fighters. Who will we be up against?
Into the wind.
Let's dance! Come on, we can do it!
Hey, youngster. Are you here for the Crux Clash too? If so, seems I found myself another new adversary.
So you're also here for the tournament?
You better believe it. I wouldn't be here if I didn't think I could walk away as a champion. For me, obtaining a vision is the final and most important piece in the puzzle that is my life. No. It's not about what I want to do. This is about who I want to be. I am looking to become a perfect person. I know how that sounds, but let me explain. I've lived a successful life so far, without any setbacks. I've passed every exam I've ever taken, enjoyed numerous successful business ventures, and seemed to get on with just about everyone socially. In most people's eyes, I am already the very embodiment of the perfect person. Though, of course, I'd never let the praise get to my head. I know I haven't reached perfection yet, because there's one thing I'm still missing. A vision.
You have so much self-confidence.
That's not important. I have a contact in the Crux fleet who was happy to vouch for me, so they very kindly made special arrangements on my behalf. I've also brought along a bit of an entourage for moral support. It's such a blessing, really, to have so many good friends in my neighborhood. Of course, I also put in a few good days' practice, concentrating. I seem to. Now then, if you don't mind, I need to finish my pre-competition routine. It's not too long now before you'll get to see.
Time to go.
Hi there! Are you here for the Crux Clash too?
That's right. Nothing beats real-life combat for honing your skills. That's what our master taught us. But this tournament is more than just a chance to put training into practice. It's also a chance for us to obtain the masterless vision.
Exactly. With a vision, we'd quickly become our master's top students.
This master of yours must be pretty incredible, huh? Are they someone famous?
Famous? He's the founder of the Lingshan clan. You probably wouldn't have heard of it. It was founded quite recently. The clan is... He's got to be a grand master or something. He's created many different styles of kung fu, and countless other clans have borrowed extensively from him. To the Lingshan clan, he teaches a special technique known as force dispersal.
Force dispersal?
It's a type of breathing exercise where you can train yourself to harness the energy. For example,
One time, he sent a challenger flying into the air with...
It sure is.
We're
There's a tuition fee?
Of course.
But recently, though,
So, if we can get our hands on a vision too...
well, we have to.
Exactly. Folks will come from far and wide.
See you in the arena.
Hello? Are you...
You bet I am. Have you put your names down yet? Well, I'd have a look at the Clash as a Nobody wants to...
yeah.
Me? Only a former runner-up in the Chihu Rock Freeze... What? You... Not to mention, they tried to sneak past... I planted a left. I stood my ground, of course. A roundhouse kick... I'm not saying I came out completely
Uh-huh. But for us, even for...
I'll see you in the arena.
So, to recap, we're up against an inflated ego some gullible guys picked.
Chinksa Village Arm Wrestling Champion. Next, please. What's your name? Wait, did I hear that right?
Is it really them?
Huh? Aren't they a vision bearer?
I have to ask, aren't you the traveler? It's really her!
The one that spoke with Lady Kuching at the Rite of Part.
I trust you are aware that, only those without really? But from...
Yep, she's...
my apology. It's just a formality. So far, I've got defeated the ancient god Osile, so that's one. Do you have any others?
Yeah, and also a dragon too! But...
Whoa.
Might as well declare her.
I wonder if it's too...
Okay, right. You're a great hero, so...
Oh, we're not here for that.
There's another prize?
Beto must have upped the
But why would anyone...
I see. So, I take it you discussed your terms with Beta. Well, nobody... Anyway, the qualifying round...
Hey, so even though you don't... So Paimon's... In any case, looking at the competition, it should still be pretty easy for you to win. All right, it's showtime!
You seem like you're raring to go. Are you ready to compete? Good. Then please...
Seems like you've got a pretty good chance of winning this thing.
Our next competitor is seen by many as the favorite to win this tournament. Her...
Come on, let's go sign up. What a strange guy. Why was he so...
Wind strike!
Well, now that we've won, let's go and see Beto. She'll probably have something to say to us.
I knew I wouldn't regret introducing you as the favorite. So, what do you think, Kazuha? She totally dominated that guy and did it with style, too.
Impressive. But I also observed our favorite exercise some restraint, as if to protect the opponent from serious harm.
Well, I fought my fair share of battles, both big and small. And I say, after the show she put on just now, she's more than convinced me of her ability. So come on, we all know you've got a wide vocabulary in there. Can't you spare a word or two to congratulate our up-and-coming champion?
All right. Let me think how to aptly phrase these words of praise. You fought well.
All right then. I was thinking your inner poet might want to join in the fun, but I guess I shouldn't put you on the spot like that. You know, a lot of competitors came to me saying how surprised they were that Liua's hero was entering the tournament. And since you signed up, we've had many others do the same, with more than a few top-tier fighters among them. Well, since everyone sees you as the one to beat, I figure I should start treating you that way too. For one thing, we don't want you wasting all your energy in the early rounds fighting people who are well below your level. Not to mention, you must be itching to fight someone in your league too, right? So, I'm putting you straight through to the semifinals.
Huh? But we only just started the qualifiers. Seems like a crazy system if we just skip straight to the semifinals.
This is how Captain Beto works. You won't persuade her otherwise. Besides, at your level, you would have made it to the semifinals anyway.
Huh. To be fair, Paimon was thinking that too.
Alright, I'm gonna watch some more of the... We're finally here, folks!
Your opponent has You may well be Very well.
Alright, that's an...
Your opponent in the semifinals is new to the Crux Clash, but I do not doubt your abilities, but I would say...
Relax! My girl's at the top of her game! She ain't...
Okay, follow me.
At last, the moment we've all been waiting for. The semifinals have begun! Who's it gonna be this time? The hero or the dark horse?
I don't care about the prize. You're a strong opponent. That's what I'm here for.
One with nature.
Congratulations. I was beaten by the best. I need to train.
Right! If you had a fit...
I wanted a vision, but mine? I lost interest. I've fought and won.
Huh?
No, only in
Wow!
If you have the chance in the future, please come and...
By the way...
Whether they'll be as tough as... So don't...
There he goes. Maybe we should... Oh, protect us.
Ah, it's you! I watched your match. What a stunning performance. I myself was a...
Maybe not...
Why, yes. I faltered given my stature. Still, I'm sure...
Let the show begin. Hey there!
He tried to use force to... His opponent was pretty freak... Why don't you dodge, they ask. Because to not dodge is the... Don't even get me started. I don't dare tell my Sorry, I shouldn't be...
Oh, alright then.
Thanks.
We still haven't got any useful information yet. Maybe we can go talk to...
You gave an outstanding performance. Truly commendable. I could sense that you're not familiar with bouts of this kind, but you were quick to adapt and managed to claim victory over your opponent. In fact, I discerned this not from what I saw, but what...
He's right. But I guess not using your elemental powers must be quite new for you, huh?
We wanted to ask about who our opponent will be in the final round. Do you think they'll...
Not exactly. As for the guy What's the matter? Worried that you've bitten off more than you can chew this time?
If that is the case, then I have a proposal for you. I haven't properly...
yeah!
It is true that I do not mean to given your talents.
Hang on.
Gathering intelligence. Besides, our favorite here...
You betcha! Wait a second.
However, there is... Come with me. Now that we're alone, let me cut to the heart of the matter. You are skilled in manipulating the elements, and not just a single element, but multiple.
Paimon knew that you were hinting.
That's right. If I'm not mistaken, you share these considerations, given your reluctance to use elemental skills even in the heat. When I talk about that which I see or hear in you, since a young age it is things of this nature that I also hear from within you.
As crazy as all that sounds,
My humble abilities are to think a human could wield, and not to mention your...
hey, stop evaluating.
Could you perchance enlighten me as to how you managed to obtain your combined elemental abilities? So then, might I be so bold as to inquire how exactly...
It's been a long journey, and many things have happened. Honestly, even...
Perhaps such However, I still... Of course, I too shall share with you all... Now then.
A touch of frost.
The wind knows me.
Swift and merciful.
One with nature.
A touch of frost.
Let's dance.
Into the wind.
I'll protect us.
Wind strike.
Let the show begin. I'll protect us.
Time to go.
Your skills in battle are... Your opponent is skilled at controlling his breathing, and he relies entirely on the element of surprise to defeat his... In other words, as long as you remain mindful of his... Please, save your thanks. The world is a truly
You seem kind...
I desire to... And what My apology for allowing me the honor of witnessing your So that's what you're curious about? As you well know, visions are a gift in the outset, not to mention...
She sounds like...
As far as I know, Liyue's contracts are meant to benefit all who reside within Liyue. It goes without saying that the people locked within Inazuma do not...
Sounds a lot like...
Oh? Have you encountered the Electro Archon before? With time. If you wish to find her, she will forever be there. There will come a day when... the time for your
Oh, right!
If you have no other matters to attend to, then we can return together. Very well.
Why isn't he here yet? Never mind. We can. Everyone, we've reached the climax of the Crux Clash. We've seen many exciting battles today. Now, I'd like to introduce She Strikes Fear.
Wow!
I'm sure but today's final round. As for our other oh, come on, what could be apologies! Everyone just sit tight. We've got no other choice.
Wait a moment. Captain Beto, Traveler.
Let me see. That's gone all right.
Huh?
We don't know when it was
No need to worry. The vision was the...
Well, I'll stay here and...
If you would, please come with me.
But we're...
Come with me. I consent.
A wind current?
The winds have come at an opportune moment. Let's seize this chance. Ride the winds upward. From there, we can continue our search for clues.
By the way, what made you suddenly think of checking the prize in the first place?
I heard it the moment it was stolen.
Well, then why didn't you stop him?
You'll see, shortly.
Forth, my blade!
Let the show begin.
No escape!
One with nature. Wind Strider. Into the wind.
I'll protect
No
us.
escape!
Swift and merciful!
Go, Barbara, go!
So soon!
Let's dance.
A touch of frost! After all that training...
You can't run from death.
I'll protect us. Huh? Let the show begin.
Forth, my blade! A touch of frost!
The winds are guiding us forward. The culprit is on the opposite shore now.
You can hear that too? What does it sound like?
Hubris. This way. Follow me. There may be an ambush waiting for us up ahead, but I trust that you are well prepared for such a scenario. The winds are guiding us forward. The culprit is on the opposite shore now.
You can hear that too? What does it sound like?
Hubris. This way. Follow me. There may be an ambush waiting for us up ahead, but I trust that you are well prepared for such a scenario.
Hoarders, they're here! Get them!
Treasure hoarders, just as I expected. In which case, please stand back. The wind knows me.
I got careless.
Wind strider.
Picked the wrong test subject.
You caught up with me? How is that possible? I had even prepared a boat to ensure a quick getaway.
No boat could ever match the speed of the wind.
The wind? What are you talking? Drat! If I only had a vision. Or if I could act.
This has nothing to do with visions. You may... Additionally, your chosen escape route was flawed for reason. In other words, you failed to meet any of the
You...
But most disappointing of all is the state of the vision in your head. It appears that the vision doesn't respond to...
Fine! I admit it. I've had my eyes on this vision for quite some time now. I decided to register after hearing that this fighting contest was full of a bunch of...
Aha! So you were supposed to be our opponent!
I'd intended to win the contest after watching the since there was no use in... I was convinced I prepared thoroughly for my escape, but somehow, after all I went through to get it... Really? Fine.
You know, according to the laws of the sea, the penalty for stealing is breaking the culprit's arms.
Huh?
Not to mention that the item you stole was a prize. You didn't show up for the final match, and it seems that it would be only fair to brand the word thief on your forehead with a hot iron.
Whoa, whoa! We don't need to go that far, do we?
I never would have guessed you could be so cruel. If this is where talking gets me, then forget it!
Just you watch! Into the wind! One with my blade!
Let's dance.
A touch of frost!
No! No! Do what you want, but please!
He has persevered to put down the vision and leave.
Huh?
What's wrong? Are you asking for more punishment? It's up to you. Such willing...
No need for that.
Huh? Paimon doesn't...
I take no pleasure in when people are forced into a corner. That is when their greatest strength will appear. But unfortunately, nothing happened. Yes. From the moment he stole the vision, I've tried many other though few tales. After seeing you, come, why don't you give it a try? I see. No matter. This was expected.
Yeah, let's...
The story begins. He was once a good friend of mine. One day he asked me about a sword art of which he had heard, the Musono Hitotachi. I told him it can only be witnessed when divine punishment is administered. It is the pinnacle of the Raiden Shogun's skill, a symbol of ultimate power. But he replied, there must be one who can withstand it. There will always be those who dare to brave the lightning's glow. Then, the Vision Hunt decree arrived. People's aspirations were stripped away as the Raiden Shogun began to construct her ideal of eternity. While I was fleeing from place to place, I heard that my friend had challenged the Vision Hunters to a duel before the throne. A solemn yet brutal challenge. The defeated face divine punishment, while the victors gain a second chance. Perhaps he thought he of all people should make a stand. Coming face to face with the Musono Hitotachi was all that he truly desired, after all. When I arrived at Tenshukaku, the duel was over. I heard his sentence of divine punishment, his severed blade hitting the ground. Perhaps that was the glory he had yearned to witness. In his last moments, what expression was on his face? Before I knew it, I had stepped forward and snatched the dying vision and was running from the scene. All I knew was that I mustn't let his hope, which burned so brightly, become buried among the ice-cold statue of a god. Perhaps one day I may come to find that all I have done is meaningless. But as a wandering samurai, I find meaning in traveling and the sprawling beauty of nature that lies along the way.
Kazuha!
All right then, it's time we returned. Allow me to gather the...
Ad Astra.
We have put it. If you ever have it.
Time to go. Time to go.